Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right. 49ers fans, buckle up because what's brewing in the NFL offseason isn't just another typical story. It's potentially a game changer with huge implications for our team, especially on the defensive front. Rumors are swirling around one of the biggest names in pass rushing, Hendrickson from the Cincinnati Bengals, and the possibility of him wearing the red and gold in the near future. And let me tell you, if this deal goes down, it could transform the 49ers' defense into an absolute nightmare for quarterbacks across the league, giving us a serious shot at another Super Bowl run. Sources close to Adam Schefter and other NFL insiders are buzzing that the 49ers are targeting Hendrickson as a key piece for their 2026 offseason plans. The rumors suggest that San Francisco is willing to part with a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, projected to be a top 15 pick, and a first-round pick in 2027. That's a bold move, but if you think about it, it makes sense. The 49ers are in a window where they want to maximize their championship odds, and adding a nuclear pass rusher like Hendrickson could be the missing piece. The Bengals, on the other hand, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. They're sitting at 3-6, with a cap space of around $18 million, and they're clearly shifting their focus. After a rough start with Joe Burrow coming off a wrist injury in Week 5, Cincinnati is prioritizing protecting Burrow and rebuilding around him. They've been leaking yardage on defense, allowing over 132 yards per game in the run, so they're looking to offload some veteran talent to bring in youth and draft capital, especially to help bolster their offensive line and shield Burrow from pressure. The Bengals are also trying to save money and avoid a huge cap hit, especially considering Burrow's pending $150 million extension. They're looking to unload some of their star defensive players, and Hendrickson is a prime target. Now, Hendrickson himself has been a revelation this season. In 9 games, he's been a force, amassing 32 solo tackles, 14 assists, and a total of 46 tackles, including 9 sacks, which ranks among the top 3 in the league for edge rushers. His first-step explosion and bend around the edge are elite. He's constantly disrupting the backfield, forcing quarterbacks into hurried throws, and generating pressure at a staggering rate. His PFF grade of 91, a pressure rate of 27%, and a run-stop win percentage of 45% all speak volumes about his impact. Hendrickson's ability to explode off the line and bend around blockers makes him a nightmare for offensive tackles, and his relentless motor means he's constantly in the backfield, hunting for sacks and quarterback hits. Looking at his career, Hendrickson has played 112 games, racking up 72 sacks, an impressive number, and has been selected to 3 Pro Bowls. He's the kind of edge rusher who can change the complexion of a game with his ability to collapse the pocket and force turnovers. His recent injury, a rib injury in Week 2 that caused him to miss 1 game, hasn't slowed him down much, and he's been playing at an all-pro level this year. His YAC allowed per run is negative, meaning he's good at containing runs and not over-pursuing, and he's won contested rushes 58% of the time. Hendrickson is a true nuclear weapon on the edge, and adding him to the 49ers' already stacked front could elevate our pass rush to another level. Now, if you look at the Bengals, their situation is pretty clear. They're in a full rebuild, especially on defense. They're prioritizing protecting Joe Burrow, who's their franchise quarterback, especially after struggling early in the season with turnovers and pressure issues. Their focus is on avoiding a repeat of last year's costly mistakes, turnovers, missed tackles, and giving up big plays. Moving Hendrickson makes perfect sense for Cincinnati. They get to rebuild and get younger, while saving cap space and draft picks. They're also heavily invested in their offense, especially Ja'Marr Chase, who's set to receive a huge contract, around $150 million, so they're trying to balance their roster and cap. But for us in San Francisco, this potential acquisition is huge. Imagine Hendrickson lining up opposite Nick Bosa. Those two would form one of the most fearsome duos in the league. Bosa, who had 8 sacks last season and continues to be a dominant force, would benefit immensely from Hendrickson's presence. Hendrickson's explosiveness, combined with Bosa's relentless power, would create constant pressure on QBs, forcing hurried throws, bad decisions, and turnovers. Our pass rush, already among the best in the league with Bosa, would become an unstoppable force. And let's not forget, the 49ers' defense this year has been elite at points, but adding a player of Hendrickson's caliber would push us into another echelon. Statistically, the impact could be immediate. The 49ers' sack numbers could easily jump from around 40-45 to over 50, maybe even 55, if Hendrickson joins Bosa and the rest of our talented front seven. That kind of pressure makes a huge difference, especially late in games when the opposing offense is trying to come back. It also helps our secondary. When the quarterback is constantly under duress, it's easier to force mistakes and turnovers, which is critical in playoff football. Our defense's points allowed per game could drop from the current 22.4, bringing us closer to the league's elite defenses, which typically allow under 20 points. And with Hendrickson's ability to control runs, allowing only around 85 yards per game in his best seasons, our run defense would also see a boost, helping us keep opponents' offenses in check. From a strategic standpoint, this move would also allow D'Amico Ryan to dial up more aggressive blitz packages. Hendrickson's ability to win one-on-one matchups means we can send him off the edge more often, creating confusion for quarterbacks and forcing hurried decisions. It's a nightmare scenario for offenses, and as we saw with the 49ers in recent years, that kind of relentless pressure often leads to turnovers, game-changing plays, and ultimately wins. Plus, Hendrickson's presence would give us flexibility. If we want to rotate him with other pass rushers or keep him fresh for the crucial moments, we can do that. It's about maintaining that high level of intensity throughout the game, and Hendrickson's motor fits perfectly into that philosophy. Looking ahead, the Super Bowl odds for the 49ers could see a significant bump. Currently, we're around plus 1,800 to win it all, but with Hendrickson in the fold, some sportsbooks might push that closer to plus 700 or even better. The team's chances of making a deep playoff run would skyrocket. Our defense would be the anchor of our championship push, just like the Watt-led Steelers of 2024, which saw a plus 22% improvement in defensive EPA. The 49ers have a rich history of strong front sevens, and adding Hendrickson could be the final piece to cement our status as the league's most dominant defense, giving us another shot at the Lombardi. And let's not forget, the chemistry on the field would be explosive. Hendrickson, Bosa, and the rest of our talented front, Hargrave, Armstead, and Warner, would form a terrifying front seven that offensive lines just can't handle. It's a perfect storm of youth, talent, and experience, all working together to keep the 49ers at the top of the NFC for years to come. This move would not only boost our immediate Super Bowl hopes, but also set the tone for the next era of 49ers dominance, with a front that could be unbeatable for a long time. So in summary, if the 49ers manage to pull off this trade for Trey Hendrickson, it's not just a splash move, it's a statement. It's a signal that the Niners are all in, pushing to be the best of the best, and to finally claim that elusive Super Bowl title. The league better watch out because, with Hendrickson joining forces with Bosa, the NFC West and the entire NFC will be in for a serious wake-up call. The 49ers are building a front that could define the next decade, and this move is a huge step in that direction. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Hendrickson would be the perfect fit to push us over the edge? Or are you worried about giving up those draft picks? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. We've seen how great our defense can be, especially with the likes of Bosa, but adding a player like Hendrickson could elevate us to an entirely new level. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. We're on the brink of something big, and I can't wait to see what the offseason has in store for us. Let's keep that passion alive, and as always, go Niners.